What up, everybody? This is your boy Chris Rush, and coming to you from YouTube, obviously, or Facebook, wherever you're seeing this, from the Pro-Life Conference, the Sidewalk Counseling Conference, and this is my new friend Juan Rosas,
Yes.
yeah, and he's from Dallas, Texas, and we just felt like, man, the Lord wanted us to just kind of send a message out to our communities and to you, and to just bring this urgency of the hour. Obviously, for the past, anyone that's been following me on Facebook or anything, for the last months, I've been just night and day. It seems like I'm just talking about abortion, and I know that at first that could seem very, very like, what is going on with this guy? But the more I pray, the more I spend time with Jesus, I realize that there's about only two issues that are really burning on his heart: saving souls and saving babies from abortion. Obviously, right now we have, and maybe not obviously, maybe people don't understand, but we have an epidemic on our hand, a genocide going on right now that 55 million plus babies have been murdered through abortions for the past 40 years. Every day, 4,000 children die, and their bodies are being ripped to shreds, heads broken. Even regarding the black community, we are 15%. That's actually conservative of this nation, but we do 40% of abortions. For every black child born, there's 2 killed, and I believe that this is the hour that God is calling us to begin to wake up and begin to engage and realize that this is why we were made for. This is what we were made for. And I relate back into the slavery days. That back in the slavery days, they had 400 years of slavery, and there were a lot of Christians around then who felt like slavery was wrong, but didn't really do anything. And today we will look at those people and be like, man, they were cowards. They didn't stand up for what was right. But right now, today, we have an even worse thing going on. It's not just slavery, it's actually the murdering of children going on. And are we guilty for not doing anything? And I totally believe the Lord is saying that the new face of this pro-life movement needs to begin to switch to the African American community, the Hispanic community, and young people. This is our time, and we do have the power to change this thing. We do have the power to change this thing. And John Piper said, and I don't know if my brother can zoom out for this part. So John Piper said that he released what Louis Gill calls a prophetic word, and I think it's a prophetic word. He says, first wave of ending abortion, Catholics say no. Second wave, the evangelical church increases pregnancy crisis centers. Third wave, blacks and Hispanics tear it down. And why is it like that? Because Planned Parenthood and this organization has completely, 100%, was made to wipe out black people and Hispanic people. No doubt, if you look at the detail of their history, this is why they were made. It was eugenics. And so now we've lost the history of it, but they really want to get rid of people groups. So now it's time for the main ones who've been victims to really stand up. So,
Chris, thank you so much. I've got the chance to hang out with Chris during this time.
My brother in the Lord, man.
It's been really awesome. But what I would like to say is, reaching out to my Hispanic community, I love you guys. This is the biggest social justice issue of all time. Of all time. And you know what? Women, especially the Hispanic women, it's time for us men to really treat you like the gifts that God has given us into this world. It's time for us to stop, or for the Hispanic woman to stop being used, and at the same time convinced that abortion and contraception is the solution to the problem. That's not the problem. The problem is that is being used. And you know what? Man, like I said, my Hispanic brothers, it's time for us to take responsibility, to love our women, and to raise our children, and to be the men that God has called us to be. So God bless you guys. I'm so thankful for this conference. I'm so thankful for hanging out with Chris.
Yeah.
And we're going to reach back out to you guys in the future.
Right. And so just keep up to date and begin to pray into this issue. We believe the Lord is not just calling us and I actually don't believe this. Hear me. This is a real important thing I'm about to say. You don't need a sky open up and the voice from heaven to say this is the issue. I felt like the Lord said this: all hands on deck. Every Christian, everyone should be involved with the pro-life movement front lines in some way, and because we're killing babies. There's nothing more extreme than this. This is the social justice of our day, and you don't need it. We don't. If you saw some kid getting abused across the street, you wouldn't sit and pray for too long. You'd be like, oh, you would do something. And so God is saying, we don't. I didn't get an open heaven call. I just realized what's happening, and we need to do something. So we're coming after you guys in a good way to raise up an army. And I believe this army will end abortion. Do you believe that, man?
I absolutely believe that.
And I know that sounds crazy, but God will change things in a day. So
absolutely.
Amen.
God bless you guys.
Love you.
Take care.